Wake up everybody, stop sleeping. They want to charge more. Big companies are creeping into our internet. Internet's in distress, let's answer the SOS. I'm the internet, you're the internet, we're the internet, now that's the internet. I like the internet, we love the internet, and I can prove it. Some net fairy dust made me who I am, living in an online neverland. The web's my playground, no suits allowed. Internet celebrities, let's sing it proud. I'm the internet, you're the internet, we're the internet, now that's the internet. I like the internet, we love the internet, and I can prove it. I'm the internet, you're the internet, we're the internet, now that's the internet. I like the internet, we love the internet, and I can prove it.
It's not my tights that cut off circulation. Big business wants to control the net nation. What you can see, how much you should pay. Tell me, is this the democratic way?
I'm the internet, you're the internet, we're the internet, now that's the internet. I like the internet, we love the internet, and I can prove it. I'm the internet, you're the internet, we're the internet, now that's the internet. I like the internet, we love the internet, and I can prove it. Wake up everybody, stop sleeping. They want to charge more. Big companies are creeping into our internet. Internet's in distress, let's answer the SOS. Keep it free and keep it open. Speak up or our World Wide Web will be broken. I'm the internet, you're the internet, we're the internet, now that's the internet. I like the internet, we love the internet, and I can prove it. I'm the internet, you're the internet, we're the internet, now that's the internet. I like the internet, we love the internet, and I can prove it. I'm the internet, you're the internet, we're the internet, now that's the internet. I like the internet, we love the internet, and I can prove it. I'm the internet, you're the internet, we're the internet, now that's the internet. I like the internet, we love the internet, and I can prove it.
Welcome everybody, I'm Mike the Man and you're watching Case Closing.
You know better than I do.
You don't sound like, did you like the movie or is it?
You didn't love the
I feel
movie?
like I didn't get to express how I truly felt in it.
Well, that was where I was
How
gonna
much
go into-
creative control did you have?
1/3, and 1/3 technically, and 1/8
In reality.
realistically.
Okay.
So this is a big problem and I will tell you why. First of all, what do you think about the case? If you think that Nick was an entitled brat who wanted everything, he already got 10,000 a month, right? In allowance, something like that? Or did I get this wrong? Well, if you think Nick is the bad guy, I mean, he is anyways, right? Like, nothing excuses his actions, and I want to make this very, very clear. When I talk about Nick, I want to know about triggers. The same with Daniel Martel. I want to know what happened Thursday night and what led up to it. I want to understand how it can be done, what we can all learn in terms of either seeing the warning signs, not ending up with the wrong people in our lives, or also understanding how a bad situation can turn a million times worse. Okay, so if you think that Nick was just an entitled brat, write 1 right now. If you think that there is something very deep and dark that's underlying, that has built up towards the situation, and Nick was at least the victim at one point who turned victimizer, press 2. And if you're kind of like me and say, let's see, press 3. Now, mind you, I'm only human. I always lean into a certain direction, but I'm very flexible with that. Meaning, I don't, I'm not stuck with the direction. I want the linguistic dispositions to reveal to me what it is that I'm missing in order to know for certain what had happened, what it has been like. And so this particular show, Dopey, is dopey, to say the least. And I don't understand, the kind of mentality behind it. For me, these stories are not enlightening, they're not entertaining. Obviously, this one guy, Chris, one of the two guys, uh, later on, he passed away from an overdose. And the whole time, the other dude is saying, well, the requirement for us, for anybody to be on the show, is you have to have the desire to stop using substances, right? How hypocritical. But Nick was like, no, I don't care. I do what I want to do. Well, you're the son of Rob Reiner, so it's okay. I will post a longer video in the member section later on about it that I pre-recorded. And listen, I mean, this is a train wreck when there are no really good questions. Right now, the question should be, what is it that bothers you? What didn't the movie show? What was your original script? And then I would ask also, what was your home life like? What are your first memories? What was the worst thing your father has ever done to you? What was the worst thing your mother has ever done to you? Now, mind you, when I'm getting these answers, I'll be able to tell if there's deception. I'll be able to tell whether or not there's something really significant, even if the person is avoiding the question and not willing to answer it properly. We will be able to determine exactly what it is somebody is hiding, and we'll be able to determine if somebody is fabricating. But until I have these kinds of questions in, there's absolutely nothing that I can really do. I'm really stuck with whatever material I have right now. And this is, again, this is like the worst type of interview, in my opinion, that can possibly exist. And of course, these guys, they're drawing in certain people that may not be willing to talk to me. And Nick kind of bonded with them. Nick also revealed later on that when he was 14, he hired a hooker from Craigslist because one of the guys in rehab showed him that when he was 14. So again, I think that, even Rob Reiner said, well, I believe the people with a desk and a diploma over my own instinct. And so he probably regrets putting Nick into rehab. Nick never had a real childhood, or teenage years. He said he never went to high school. His high school years were basically spent in rehab and doing nothing, getting high and screwing around. And I think it's a very, very sad thing for him to, lose his virginity like that, man. He even said, I wanted to kiss her, but she wouldn't kiss me, and this and I think it's really a desensitizing event, to say the least, where, so he never had these high school years where somebody falls in love with him, and so he missed out on a lot of things, actually. But again, I want to know a little bit more about his earlier years. What was it like before he turned teenager? I want to know his early childhood, because a lot of things, a lot of bad that you experience in your childhood can show up during puberty. And so I am very, very much still listening to parts where I'm hoping there's going to be some more information. It doesn't seem to come. It's here and there. So out of like 10 different sentences, one may be useful, right? 9 is just garbage, because these guys, in my opinion, are glorifying substance abuse. And I don't care how they mask it. I don't care how they say, oh, you need to have the desire to quit and this. Don't brag about your past. Don't brag about your episodes of where gotten so high that you didn't know what you're doing, or you remember, like they're always able to say that, right? They feel like they're able to say that. Suddenly people become brave and say, oh, I did this, I did that. Oh, yeah, because I was high. You know what I mean? I'm not a bad guy, but because I'm. So this is really a very, very tiring. The energy is absolutely tiring to me, especially for me as an analyst. I'm like a sponge. I take it all in, right? If I'm in it, I'm in it. I have endless patience when I have a goal, when I'm dedicated to figuring something out. And I have absolutely zero patience when there's nothing, when there's a program, when there's something on about a case, and people who talk about it have absolutely no idea and get it wrong. I have zero patience. I cannot even watch 10 seconds. But in this particular case, I know there is more there. And I know for a fact I have missed certain parts. I know that, but it is because I wanted to move forward. And whenever I recognize there's a certain flow of sincerity happening, like in this particular part, that's when I really, really zoom in. And we have to listen very closely. And this particular thing bothers me because of this.
You wrote the script. You portray your father as an asshole, right? I mean, you do.
Yeah.
Now, when you read this script, Rob, was this difficult for you to see that your son has written a script basically calling you out?
No, it was easy to hear that.
Right back to the psychiatrist.
Yeah. It's funny because, I helped develop it with him and his writing partner, Matt Olasafin. And the first draft was like 190 pages.
Right.
And the father was a complete asshole.
So this is what I want to talk about. I want to know, what is it about your father? What are the worst memories growing up with your father? And here's now my problem. It's one thing if I'm a writer in Hollywood and I put together a script and I'm on the payroll, and they say, you know what, we cannot sell the movie like that. We have to make some changes here. I'd say, okay, no problem. Even if it's semi-autobiographical, biographical, right? I would say that's okay. Yeah, sure, whatever. I'm still getting paid, right? So, yeah, let me knock some out, and I keep the other stuff for a future script. Well, sometimes I also say, let me hire another writer who's more experienced. I'd be very pissed off, but I'd suck it up probably and say, yeah, okay, it's my job. I gotta do it. Now, the difference here, let's assume, just for argument's sake, that Nick at one point had been the victim of something. Or, let's keep it a little bit milder. Let's say that Nick truly perceived his father as an a-hole. And let's not just say, we know he had anger towards him that turned into rage, uncontrolled rage. So he had anger already. This is not about blaming either side. This is about figuring out, what was it that made you so angry? And the best thing, of course, talk about it, find a solution, figure out where I'm wrong, where he's wrong. But you know, one thing that shouldn't happen, and that's why there's such a conflict of interest here, that the same person who caused you to be angry is now the same person censoring you.